Hey everybody, welcome back. We're so glad to have you here today. Guess what? We're going to Disneyland. We're going to Disneyland. Maybe. So stick around, let's find out. Diane, I am so excited because we're planning a trip.
It's coming! Oh, we've needed this. We've needed this.
Yeah, and you know,
it's been a long dry spell.
It has. And so we're planning a trip in September. And to be perfectly honest, we don't know that it's actually going to happen.
It's Disneyland, and Disneyland is still closed.
Yeah.
But we're hoping. We are rolling the dice.
Yep.
We're looking at all of the evidence and news and possibilities, and we're just really, we're stepping out in faith.
Right. So today we're going to talk about some of the risks and why we feel like the risks are worth it for us. But we're going to walk through the risks and maybe you would come to a different conclusion. But before we talk about the risks, whether or not parks are open and stuff, let's talk about the trip itself and why we're going on this trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this trip is so special to us because we're taking first timers. And, you know, for those of us who have been to Disney again and again, it's a very different trip when you see Disney through fresh eyes, especially young eyes.
Yeah, because not only are we taking first timers, we're taking my nieces, two little nieces, 8 and 10 years old, Ava and Audrey. And as well as their parents, we're taking them as well. My sister and brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law's never been before either.
Right.
And we're excited for him, Eric. We know that all of you guys are watching right now, so shout out to Ava and Audrey, Eric, Lisa, and we're excited to take you, Eric. Of course we are. We want to see how you experience as an adult.
Yes.
But it's about the girls.
Yeah.
Let's make one thing clear.
And let's be honest. Since the day those girls were born, we've been planning to take them to Disney. And it was just a matter of when was the right time and coordinating everybody's schedules, which everybody knows when you have multiple families going to Disney at the same time, it gets tricky. There's a lot of moving parts, and making it happen has been interesting. And 2020 and all of the excitement of that made it just that much more.
Right.
Hello.
We were initially thinking it was going to be last year, and then obviously that didn't happen. So, as Jen LaForge says, the great unpleasantness happened.
Yes.
So, shout out to Jen. The great unpleasantness. So, we're hoping to make it happen by the end here of 2021. We're looking at September. And we already made our reservations. We're DVC members, Disney Vacation Club.
I was going to say, let's clarify. Let's not just speak in initials.
Yeah.
We are not military.
Not everybody knows the initials, yes.
Full words, yes.
Disney Vacation Club. And we're going to do a video at some point about Disney Vacation Club and why we love it. But we were able to choose. We're going to the Grand Californian. Again, everything's conditional on whether or not it's open. But we made reservations for a 2-bedroom grand villa.
Yes.
Well, I guess the grand is technically the 3-bedroom. But it's still pretty grand with 2 bedrooms. You don't need that last bedroom to make it grand. But it's at the Grand Californian, likely overlooking Pixar Pier or the pools there. And we're so excited about that. We got those reservations. We've tried for years to get into the...
Yes, and probably... because of all that's going on is why we were able to make these reservations and it was available to us.
Yes.
And kind of stepping out in faith maybe helped us to go ahead and lock those reservations in during what really is one of the best times of the year to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, fall is wonderful in California.
After the summer rush and craziness normally, and just as the park is being decorated for fall, which is amazing and beautiful, second only to Christmas, when the park is decorated for Christmas. And, you know, hopefully there will be some special events that can happen. And
what's the Halloween party? The
not so scary Halloween party.
Yeah, we're hoping that will be there.
Yeah. And, you know, which makes it even more fun for kids because then they can dress up and have, maybe a candy crawl. So,
yeah.
So
let's just talk about some of these risks right from the start. The first one being is, will the parks even be open? Will the hotel be open? They're taking reservations, but they've been taking reservations all along and then canceling them out for a block of time.
Yes.
But we're hoping that by September, there will be enough vaccinations in California and the risk down that the state will have allowed Disneyland to reopen.
Yes.
So that's risk number one. And we know that might happen, but we can't wait to plan something until it all opens up. We're going to just kind of put our foot in the water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of being a part of Disney Vacation Club is that you do need to plan a little bit further in advance than normal. And so locking these reservations in is the first step. And then some of the other planning can happen as things open up and as, the world continues to evolve and change.
Yeah, because you can't normally just get the 2-bedroom room. As I said, we've been trying for years to get in the Grand Californian. We go to Disneyland often, but we usually have to use our Vacation Club points for a hotel room, which is not the best use, but we love going to Disneyland and we love the Disneyland Hotel. But to get the multiple bedroom Disney Vacation Club villas, that's usually challenging because we don't own that particular property. So we have to wait 3 months later, I think it is, in order to make the reservation. So we're excited we got that. And let's hope it. The next thing about the risk is it worth it? I mean, Disney World has been open for a while.
Yes.
But you're paying top dollar tickets.
It's very different
for a lot less experience.
Disney trip.
Yeah.
You still are going to be wearing masks. You still are going to be socially distanced, most likely. Maybe some of the entertainment offerings won't be there that are normally there.
Yeah.
In Disney World, and we're assuming that Disneyland will be pretty much following the same guidelines and protocols. A lot of the entertainment is not up and running yet. It's slowly coming back. So we just don't know. And because of the amount of layoffs and the number of cast that they've lost during this prolonged shutdown.
An entire year, a lot of those employees will have just had to move on in order to survive. So will they be able to ramp back up? Will there be parades? Will there be fireworks?
Will there be allowed to?
Will there be allowed to have that? So some of these experiences. And that's frankly something that's a challenge for people to decide whether or not it's worth it to them.
Is that worth it?
Is the full ticket price for less than full Disney experience worth it to you? Or just the experience loss. So not even just the money side, but the experience loss. Can you feel like you've gone to Disney and really enjoyed it without the parades or the fireworks? Those are the two main items that are missing. Obviously, other items are missing in Disney World, but those are the two big ones that I think a lot of people... For me, I don't care about the parades all that much. I think the cavalcades actually are nicer. I'm not a big fan of sitting on the sidewalk for 2 hours waiting for the parade. So to have the cavalcade come by randomly, that actually seems enjoyable. You still get to
see the characters and experience the music.
I would personally feel a big loss not to have the fireworks. Will I still go on the trip? Of course I will. Will I be sad for my nieces to not see that? Absolutely I will. So I hope that opens up.
But for our nieces, we know that won't be their only Disney trip ever.
No.
This is simply their first opportunity, their first chance.
You know what their best experience of Disney is going to be? Watching you be silly. You were going to say that about me, huh?
Watching Aunt Diane.
Watching Aunt Diane goes Disney Diane, absolutely. So they're going to love that. That's going to be one of their best memories. Oh, yeah, they'll love Mickey Mouse. Of course they will, or whatever their favorite characters are. And they'll enjoy the rides. But they're going to remember the way we act.
But the fun thing also is that not only are they going with us, hopefully our daughter will be there as well.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a fun
It's going to be a multi-generational trip. And there's special things that go along with having multi-generations go to Disney. That was Walt's original plan.
Yeah.
Is that everybody could go and everybody could have fun in their own way.
Yeah.
And so our daughter, who has been, born and bred Disney from the time she was a babe in arms, who knows Disney as well as we do,
right?
To be able to have her experience it and have just as much fun as the girls who are brand new.
An adult cousin with the children. The girls are just gonna really enjoy her, maybe more than me and Diane. Who knows? It's gonna be fun though. All of us connecting, and that's what Disney's about, is the family interactions and connecting. So even though some of the experiences may not be there, that really is not the point of a family vacation.
No.
The point of the family vacation is to enjoy each other in a fun environment. So,
yes.
And the environment,
and an environment
will still be fun.
that allows everybody to have their own experiences and their own abilities to enjoy it together.
Yeah. Okay, there might be still some dining restrictions. Restaurants may not be fully open. We may not be able to eat indoors. So we'll have to, judge whether or not that makes it worth it. I think the only thing that personally bothers me, and I suspect once I say it, it'll bother you, is if there is no corn dog cart open in Disneyland.
Yeah, I can't see how that could
that won't
be
happen.
restricted.
No.
Since it is an outdoor dining situation.
Yeah,
but
they actually have opened it up in California Adventure. They're opening it up. So it'll be over there in Disneyland as well. But, that's just the only dining thing I think that we would really be bummed over. I don't know. Well,
But
so
we have lots of other things that we do have to look forward to.
Absolutely.
If they do open up the parks, we know that some attractions will be available. We know that some restaurants will be available. If they follow the protocols that they have been using in Florida, then we know that they will be using virtual dining or
the mobile dining
apps.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is wonderful. And I think that they should have been utilizing that for years. So
kudos to them to already have that started in motion.
To get that in motion.
So we've highlighted a couple of the negative risks, but honestly, there's a lot of positives to going. And even if we're still in the tail end or possibly middle of all of what's going on in terms of the virus and the pandemic and jobs, and there's still a lot of positive things because we know Disney is just such a responsible company.
Yeah.
So even though it's a risk, we know they've shown that in Disney World that they are taking the best possible precautions and protocols that they can. So even though we have been, there's people all over the map on how they've responded to everything going on. We have been very strict, sheltering in place when most of the time we go out very little. We're very careful. We're very careful about masks and all of that. So frankly, going out to a crowd in the parks is not all that enjoyable to us right now. But in September, the hope is that our mood will have changed.
We've missed Disney. We've missed our Disney trips. And so just the opportunity to experience Disney once again and hopefully being vaccinated, feeling that Disney has gone the extra mile, trying to keep us safe, that it will be an environment that we can totally embrace and rejoice to be back a part of. And just enjoying the hotels and the downtown Disney district and the Disney parks.
And because it's Disney, we trust them not only for their safety protocols, but if issues do happen, we trust their cancellation policy. They've been phenomenal. So if the parks don't open, or if we feel like the experiences are too limited when they do open, they have made it very clear that they're allowing a greater measure of cancellation freedom.
Yeah.
And so we feel like the risk isn't really that much of a risk.
Well, yeah.
So it's been pretty good. The other thing, though, that makes it really exciting for us that we want to do is, we all know that a child's age makes all the difference on when they experience the magic. If they get too old, then you lose sort of the wonder. And these girls are going to be 8 and 10. That's such a great age to go.
Yeah. If you're too young, if the kids are too young, then they don't get it. They don't, it becomes overwhelming.
And it's a lot of work for the parents.
And it's a lot of work.
You parents that take the toddlers, we did that too. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. A lot of schlepping, a lot of, working around the nap schedule and meltdowns and all that. No, this is the perfect age
8 and
where
10.
they
Awesome.
have experienced all the movies and know the characters and know the stories. And isn't that what Disney is all about, is the storyline behind each and every attraction and theme and restaurant, and, to go through all of Disneyland, experiencing all of that, and then also where we can share some of the hidden stories and the background and history of the Disneyland park, especially where Walt put his fingerprints all over it and wrote his own legacy everywhere in that park.
Yeah, we're really excited about this particular trip, and we're going to create some additional videos on planning in the mindset of making this experience wonderful for our nieces. So Ava and Audrey, we've got some wonderful things planned for the trip itself, but also building up to it. And we're going to be doing a video on how to help children anticipate and plan. Diane sent already my sister some great planning tips, and we're going to bring that out in a video to really help the girls be excited about this trip.
Because that's really as much a part of it as anything, is the anticipation and waiting for what's to come and learning about what's to come.
Absolutely.
So that,
So would you go ahead, please, and like and subscribe to our channel.
Turn on those bell notifications.
Turn those,
so that we, when
get notified. Get notified when it happens. And we're a relatively new channel, and those subscriptions, those likes, those comments make all the difference to get our content out there. And I think that we're producing some good stuff because we've had a lot of good experiences. So come along with us as we continue to share our plans and our experiences with Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, DVC, cruises, all of that. So please go ahead and join our channel. Thank you for that. Live life to the fullest. We'll see you later. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.